All right, so it's been a minute since we've done EHM. You know, stuff happens. Anyway, so we are back. We are at the start of the season, and I saw a comment on, I think it was my first EHM video, which I appreciate the love. I always appreciate the love in the comments and everything. It always means a lot to me. So someone was saying that they wanted to see like more explanation of things that I'm doing, which that's completely on me. I 100% should be explaining more just because, not a lot of people are either new to EHM or have never seen EHM before. So with this episode, I'm going to try to do a little bit more of explaining of, what I'm doing, how to do some of the other stuff, things like that. So I think I really appreciate the comment. I appreciate you. So that's what we are 100% going to do in this video. So we are at the start of the season. Our first game is at home against the Montreal Canadiens. And I think how we're going to be doing things is basically simming maybe a month at a time. I think that's how we're going to do it. And they have a lot of injuries. Holy moly. They have a ton of injuries on this team. Wow, okay. Is Shea Weber ever playing again? No. 3 years of the damaged kneecap. So Shea will retire after this season. Carey Price is out 6 months due to surgery. Okay, so fair enough. So they're chilling. What we are going to do is we're going to go through our roster real quick. Just before we start the season, it looks like Austin Matthews, he's day to day with surgery, so he's about 90% conditioning. We don't want to play him at 90% conditioning. He is still using light practicing as we have our coaches doing all the practicing stuff, so we're not going to handle that stuff. So Austin Matthews unfortunately will not be in the debut game. It doesn't really make sense to, maybe lose him, even further. Mikheyev is out with 2 months with a broken finger, so that's disappointing. Rasmus Sandin can play, so our roster well, we are missing a defenseman, so yeah, Sandine will go in. We will just actually, you know what? We're gonna clear the lines. It is let's see. This is the exact date, right? Yeah, it is the exact date. So we're gonna do this roster and lines. So our head coach will run everything. Let's see what he's rocking with. So Riley Giordano, Muzzin Brody, Sandine Labushkin. Makes sense. Bunting, Tavares, Nylander, which Michael Bunting in this game is actually insane. 17 wrist shot. Absolutely insane. So yeah, so again, like I mentioned, you can have this go 1 to 99 or 1 to 20. I usually stick to 1 to 20 just because that's how EHM has always been. That's kind of what I grew up on playing in this game. So we're going to stick with that. It looks like everything else it's pretty much as good as we're gonna get it. Peter Mrazek obviously isn't starting, and Jack Campbell, we only have him for a year. So free agency did start, so the rosters are a little bit older, but we fly through these seasons so quick. There's gonna be a lot changing really quick, so I don't think it matters too much, if I'm being honest with you. So, we could take a look at our practices. So basically, this down here, very simple. You have conditioning, skating, tactical, shooting, offensive skill, defensive skill, goaltending. And basically, every single coach has things that they do better than others. So Sheldon Keefe, who is our head coach, we're going to give him at least a year, maybe a little bit longer. He's really good working with young players, which is good because because Toronto's so up to the cap, you can even see we're 500K under the cap before the season starts. Youngsters throughout the years are going to be really important to throw into the lineup. And so if we have Sheldon Keefe or anyone else who has really good working with youngsters, it's going to really help their development. So that's always good. Motivating isn't bad. Man management isn't bad. Basically, this makes sure that they don't piss people off. As you can see down here, average personal skills, unlikely to upset players, which is very good. His discipline, strict discipline, slightly intolerant of prima donnas, which is always good. No line matching, which is fine. Uh, Attractive attacking style of play, which is cool. Adaptability isn't too bad. Determination is pretty good. Determination is how determined he is to get better as a coach and to make others better around him, so the players. Level of discipline, as it's down here, and everything else looks pretty good. If we need his talents for judging player ability, so ability would be what a player currently is now, and potential is what they could be in the future. Because he's our head coach, his opinion for this stuff doesn't really matter too much. Coaching forwards and defensemen aren't too bad, and he is not great at coaching goalies. Usually, you want to see all lighter green. I do have a different color scheme as well. I really like the light blue to signify higher numbers. I think it starts about at 17. Yeah, so that is not bad. Sheldon Keefe isn't an awful coach. Manny Malhotra, he is not that determined. So Manny Malhotra actually might be someone we look to change in the future. For now, I did say I'm gonna keep the management at least one season and the coaching staff at least one season. Tactical knowledge. Oh, tactical knowledge is another important thing, but it's most important for coaches mostly because it's what they do during the game, but also teaching players tactical knowledge as well. Technical knowledge usually affects. Let me just grab a player. Anything that you would think would be knowledgeable, so like creativity, anticipation, things like that, is what affects that stuff. So let's go back here. So Manny Malhotra, I'm not sure why he's coaching goalies at the moment. It doesn't really make sense. It's always important to also have a goalie coach, which it looks like we do not have a goalie coach. Manny Malhotra is our best. Oh, okay. The Oh, wait, I just missed him. There we go. No, what? There we go. Steve Briere is our best goalie coach. So as you can see here, conditioning, skating, tactical knowledge. This one's right here. Shooting, offensive skill, defensive skill. Briere doesn't do that stuff very well. He's an insane goalie coach, though. I wish his determination was a little bit higher, but it's not that big of a deal. But as you can see, man management, motivating, working with youngsters, all very high, and his coaching goalies is a 20. So this dude is an insane goalie coach, which means we do not want Manny Malhotra coaching goalies at all. Um, if anything, we just want him kind of, let's see, 13 tactical knowledge isn't the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Do we have anyone else that has decent tactical knowledge? Paul McLean is a pretty decent coach with tactical knowledge, so let's do that. And yeah, we're just gonna manage this a tiny bit and like this stuff, but because we'll leave the scheduling what they want to do, but sometimes you kind of have to adjust this stuff, or we're gonna have some really dumb stuff going on, and players won't develop properly, and that's just a whole mess of things. So that looks pretty good. Have we done scouting? I don't think we've done scouting. So from here we can look at pretty much everything in our pool, who our best players are, all everything like that. Eric Kalgren is our second best goalie, which I wish we could use, but we're paying Peter Mrazek a lot of money, so we might as well get something out of him. Let's see. No, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. It looks like we're pretty good for now. Here we go. Scouting. Just want to check our scouting. So we have a bunch on the entry draft, which is always really good. It's really important. And then we have some in the other leagues, which isn't too bad. Adam Archibald. Okay, so what leagues don't we have? So we have entry drafts, bunch. So Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, and we have Troy Bodie in Spain. So Scandinavia and Eastern Europe are currently what we're scouting. We will go Central European as well, and that's going to be permanent. And then let's see, who else is a really good scout? I always find it's really good to have a few scouts. Oh, this guy's a very good scout. His other things don't matter as long as these two things are high, and determination, and maybe sometimes adaptability. As long as those are high, that's always a good thing. We have everything, so we'll do Southern European. Perfect. So yeah, I've always done scouting like this. I always have a ton of people on the entry draft. Then we have a few in the exact like main regions. And then we have these two. I like to have kind of scouts that aren't doing anything. Troy Bodie, we just have doing Spain because I think it'd be funny if we could find a Spanish player. Let's see. You have a 15 and you have a 15, so it doesn't really matter. So what we actually want to do is have someone do the next opposition. So Patrick Charbonneau, before every game, we will get an email, basically talking about the team we're about to play. That really doesn't matter because we're going to be simming weeks at a time, but it actually does give your coach an advantage and lets you, you know, maybe get a win off a team that you're not necessarily going to get a win off of. So that is always very, very nice. And then everything else, we're actually chilling right now. Our finances don't matter too much. what matters the most is our salary cap and the average salary cap floor. Not great. Total player salaries. I'm sure they would wish we could lower this. Our player budget is only 86 million, so we're over that by a little bit. So we're gonna see if we can fix that up. But what we are going to do is we are going to at least, oh, we are going to at least do this and sim right through our first game. Looks like we ended up winning 4-2, which is nice. We can look at the box score as well. And this was just pure domination. There are other things we can do, but I'm not trying to make these videos very, very long, even though they are sometimes in general. But you can look at the highlights. You can look at analysis, which does take some time to load. Basically, just shows you where we shot and everything like that. Maybe during playoffs and stuff, I might look more into that, but it looks like we did pretty well. We went 2 for 4 on the power play, which is nice. Only took one penalty. Didn't kill it, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Pretty disciplined game, honestly. We won the face-offs, we won board plays, passes completed, not too bad. Our giveaways very low. Our takeaways wasn't great either, so we might have to look into that depending. Lots of hits though, so we love to see it. We love a big win. Marner, Bunting, Marner again, Engvall. Love to see it. Let's see. Everyone did well. Mark Giordano only played 3 shifts. He got injured. Okay. That's always good. I'm very confused. Like, why did he only play 3 shifts? Anything else look too crazy? David Kemp and Jason Spezza only got sixes. That's not a great start, but it's only game one. It's fine. Alexander Crowfoot had a 10 game. That's you love to see that. Let's go. All right, Giordano suffers injury. Okay, so we're just gonna sim a little bit ahead. Looks like, let's see. Colin Blackwell was claimed by Detroit, and then Anaheim claimed Justin Hall, which I kind of wish we had now because we need a defenseman. Huh. No one took Michael Hutchinson, though. That's crazy. Who would have thought no one would want Michael Hutchinson? Not me. Certainly not me. All right, so they actually put some people on waivers themselves. Andre Suster. Okay, and then we have Carter Rowney. Doesn't matter too much, but we have Mark Giordano injured, so we got to go to the Marlies real quick. We kind of have to see who's our first call up, and it's going to be Lilgren, huh? Yeah, it's going to be Lilgren. All right, so I was gonna claim Suster, but there's really no point to do that. So we have the Sens. We are a player down, so we're gonna call up Lilgren. Here we go. Run this again. Rosters and lines. If they changed anything, I think they changed something. I'm not entirely sure, but I like to see the young core down here. That's always good to hear. That's good to see. So, game 2 against Ottawa. We are away. Uh-oh. That is not good. We are over the salary cap by 500K. Okay. That is not ideal. He's on injured reserve too, so it doesn't really matter. Austin Matthews. Hmm. Wait, Peter Mraz. Wait, Mrazek played that game? What? Hold up. Yeah, Mrazek played that game over Campbell. Why? What happened? Huh, Peter Mrazek played that game instead of. Okay. We are over the cap, so if we place Giordano on that. That doesn't lower our cap. I thought placing players on injured reserve lower their cap. Okay, I'm wrong. Hmm. We could send Mrazek down to be honest. Yeah, we're gonna send Mrazek down. That's like he. We probably should have sent him down to begin with. To be honest, it's just my thing with sending him down is I'm afraid it's gonna lower his trade value, which it might. To be honest. It definitely might, but we actually have some cap room now, so that's nice. Hopefully someone claims Mrazek. That'd be pretty solid. But it looks like we actually got a a 5-3 win, so we're 2-0. Just pure domination. Austin Matthews is actually back. Okay, so our coach decided Austin Matthews could just get thrown in there. Fair enough. Lilgren comes up, gets 2 points. Marner again. He's got 4 goals in 2 games. Nylander scored again, or as well. Board plays. We lost heavily, but killed in faceoffs, which you always like to see. Hits about tied. Takeaways, okay. Giveaways. 3 for 9 on the power play. Oh my God, the Sens are a dirty team. Jack Campbell did actually play, which is nice. Rasmus Sandin only got a 6, which is disappointing. Oh, we got a few sixes. Engvall and oh my God, so many sixes in here. All right. Well, we did win, so I guess that's all that really matters at the end of the day. But you want to see sevens, but I like it. 5-3 win. That's always solid. I always like to see that. Mrazek is on waivers. Does he have anyone who's down for him? No? Okay, well, not much we can do. Career milestone for Matthews. Always good to see. Morgan Riley. Updates on this stuff, which is good. I don't really look at scouting during the season, I'll be honest with you. I usually look at the end. 2 players on waivers. Actually, there's a few on here. Garrett Ross. Okay. Peter Mrazek, of course. Jake DeBrusk. Huh. Jake DeBrusk would be someone I would love to add to the team, but he is getting paid way too much money, and we cannot afford that, unfortunately. Let's see. So we will go to the ninth, and we will actually just call it a bit of a video. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter. I don't want super long videos or anything like that. I actually try to avoid those at times, even though it never works. But I actually do try to avoid that. Let's look at this. Peter Mrazek cleared waivers. That's not great. No one wants him. Okay, well, that's fun. We are taking on the Sens again, so let's see what the lineup is looking like. We will ask the head coach. It looks like. Why is Austin Matthews not playing? What? Yeah, what? That made no sense. Kyle Clifford is coming out of the lineup for this game. Yeah, that's fine. That's no big deal. The one thing we are going to actually have to do is manual goal changes. That's the one thing that they don't really do in this game. The backup probably won't ever play, so we definitely need to manually do that. But 4-1 win against the Sens. This was a lot closer of a game, actually. The Sens played a way better game. We still killed them in faceoffs, but they played infinitely better. Okay. Josh Norris actually got their goal. Hmm. Fair enough. Is it the same guys? No, TJ Brody did not have a great game. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's the same guys. Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews only a 6 in that game. He did not look great. Okay. The Sens just played the better game. Can't really they played the better game. We still won, but they played the better game. Interesting. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're gonna sim a few weeks at a time. Maybe like a week at a time. Let's look what the schedule looks like. Um, yeah, we could probably do a weeks at a time, maybe a month at a time. You know what? We're gonna do that for this video actually. We're gonna do it for all the way to the 31st. So let's go on vacation, reject everything. Select date is going to be the 31st. Let's sim through. We'll go through the games very, very quick. And we will get we'll get going. When we come back, we'll be right there. Oh baby, we are back. It's 1 month in the game and we are in third place. So let's go through the schedule. Let's look. Actually, you know what? Let's look a little bit in the news. Let's see what has happened. Let's see. Some people have gone on waivers. Tyler Toffoli is out for 8 months. That is unfortunate. Oh, he went out real quick. Only played 2 games before he got that injury. Andre Palat is on the block. He's only played 3 games because he's injured. That might be an interesting one. Let's approach and inquire. Let's see if there's anything that could be done. Update to Spanish scouting. Nothing has been found. That is unfortunate. Nolan Mayer, who I believe this was the guy we were cheering for. Yeah. This was the guy we were cheering for to do something. Uh, let's see. No, can't do that. A bunch of other stuff. Paquette. Let's see. National Player of the Week is McDavid. It's never really a surprise. Nylander suffers injury. Alexander Nylander's out 3 weeks. Okay, he went out real quick though. That's unfortunate. So we're doing a lot of stuff without Nylander. Jay Beagle is on waivers. Let's see. Caleb Booth. Okay, he's on waivers. Career milestone for Eriksson Ek, who I think is a fantastic player. Unfortunately, he plays for the Wild, but fantastic player. Let's see. Everything else in here looks like it's just updates. Some minor injuries here and there, which is fine. Wait, Mayor was set for Portland. What happened? He got released. Wait, he got signed by Portland twice. Oh my God, he's just getting. That's unfortunate. Spencer's out for 10 days. Okay, that is a-okay. Richie on the move, Clayson on the move, Pallet on the block. Sergachev is on the block. Sergachev got traded to the Ducks. Okay, so that is unfortunate with the thing of simming months at a time. You miss out on what could have been steals. That is really unfortunate. Look at the game. Let's look at history. Let's see what we got traded for. Second round pick and a second round pick. We could have 100% probably done that. Damn, that's unfortunate. Lots of teams were interested in him too, and it wasn't even that long ago that he got traded. Demko's out for 4 months. Okay, that's not great. UCL tear. Ugh. Wow, that is crazy. Brad Richardson is now on the block. Let's see. We called up Nicholas Robinson. Why? Why did we call up Robertson? He wasn't doing great, but why? No, we're sending him back down. Brett Saney was called up. Okay. Uh, Matthews got injured again. Damn, Austin, you can't even stay healthy, man. Come on. Merrick got released. Rindle injury overseas. Okay. So let's look at the roster. Let's see what we have to work with here. Jason Spezza, day to day with the next strain. William Nylander is also day to day. All right, and if we do this, what's our lineup looking like? We're missing a right winger, but we have the extra defenseman, so maybe it's not that bad, to be honest with you. Campbell has been doing well. Calgren, not bad. Okay. All right, let's see where we stand. 7-1. Okay, four four losses decide an extra. Yikes. What's going on? And 0-1 in the shootout. Okay, well, we are going to end it here. In the next video, we're going to sim a little bit more. Maybe I won't sim a month at a time because we do miss out on some pretty great trade opportunities, but I don't know. Maybe that adds an extra challenge. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this was more, you know, um, oh God, I can't even think of the word. I hope this video had more information in it and it was more helpful. And going forward, I'm going to explain more of that stuff and not just kind of zoom past and do all that. Maybe I will sim a month at a time or not a month at a time, maybe a few weeks at a time. I'm not 100% sure. Or game by game, I could do that too. Just it'll make things a little bit longer. We're still working out the kinks. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.